right, guys, welcome in. This is Tyler Tolbert. We're here, the Columbia Fireflies, for the Nine Initiative, celebrating Black History Month. Here's just a little bit of background on the Nine Initiative for those of you that don't know a lot about it, but it's named for the number nine, which is the number that Jackie Robinson wore in his lone season with the Montreal Royals back in 1946. And the mission of this minor league baseball initiative is to help honor and celebrate the historic impact that numerous Black baseball players and pioneers have had on the sport, but also to provide new opportunities for youth baseball and softball participation, and then to further diversify the business of baseball, embracing millions of passionate fans in the over 120 markets available throughout minor league baseball. And of course, we bring in Tyler Tolbert, who is an incredible athlete and one of the people on the Mount Rushmore of Columbia Fireflies baseball. Not only does he hold the single season stolen bases record, but it's also the franchise record. Tolbert had 49 stolen bases. And to kind of show you guys how close Tyler was to the previous record, he broke the record of 28 of Jacob Zannon's on July 10th, meaning there were still 10 weeks left in the season when Tyler broke that record. I mean, there was no ticker at the end of the tape or anything. Tyler ran away with it. So Tyler, welcome on in. So excited to see you again, and really happy to have you. How things been going?
Everything's been good. It's been nice to get back to the United States and just kind of cool down a little bit. You know, it's been a long year playing last year and then going playing the winter season, but I had a lot of fun, learned a lot. But thank you for having me. It's been an honor. Thank you for all of the you just hyped me up. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
that's
I
what we
appreciate
got
it.
to do. We got to
Uh,
hype up
Thank
everyone
you.
that's been in the Neon and Navy.
No, thank you, Columbia fans. I miss you guys. Thank you for uh, continuing to support me through my journey through the baseball. So thank you.
All right, so we got 9 questions, and I want to start by just jumping into what's happening right now. Congratulations on your first invite to Major League Spring Training, Tyler. What was your reaction when you found out?
Uh, I was trying to control my excitement when they're telling me on the phone, and then when I hung up the phone, I just kind of let out a huge shout, and I felt like a little kid again. You know, it was like Christmas, like you getting that gift that you always wanted. So it was amazing. It was a good moment for me.
And that's the beauty of baseball. It can make us all feel like that little kid again. And you're reporting pretty soon, right? Pitchers and catchers are this week. How much longer for you?
I'm leaving out on Wednesday, so I got 2 days till I fly out, and I think our first squad workout's the 20th. So full squad workouts on the 20th. So I'll have about 3 or 4 days just kind of my individual work, and then we're ready to rock and roll.
That's fantastic news. Wishing you the best of luck on spring train. Hopefully, you can make a really good impression and maybe become the next Fireflies player to make their major league debut, right?
Hope so. I hope so.
All right, so question number two, Tyler. This offseason was a little different for you, right? We already alluded to it a little bit, but you played for the Quad Cities River Bandits this summer. You played for a different Bandits this winter, the Brisbane Bandits. How cool is it to play in Australia?
It was so cool. I've been telling everybody, if you get an opportunity to go out there, just go. Don't hesitate. Just go out there and go. It's one of those experiences where it's once in a lifetime, and like you have to go kind of on faith because you go into another country. You know, the world is different on that side of the hemisphere and everything, and so the competition is great. The hospitality of all the Australian natives were amazing. Just the weather, the food, the people, the beaches is it's a different world. It lived up to the hype, and I really loved Australia.
It's good to hear. What was the biggest difference between American ball and Australian ball?
I mean, ball is ball. It was just good to play against some of the MPB guys and the KBO guys. You know, seeing how they play ball, and the Australians, they're really competitive. You know, every game matters. It's 40 games, and you're trying to win a national championship, and then it's all out. You're trying to win every game. So it was just baseball. Honestly, you had a lot of good talent, and it had a lot of different people from across the world, and you was just connecting and talking to different types of people, and it was amazing. Everybody loved baseball and wanted to compete.
right? No matter how large the world is, everyone has a couple of things that are in common. One of them is that competitive drive. And you
Mhm.
know better than most people, you have a super competitive family. Question number three involves that
Mhm.
family. And it's, you grew up with, four cousins and a sibling, all of whom played above the NCAA Division I level. I mean, you look at your cousin who was an NFL quarterback this year. You had another cousin who was a starting wide receiver for Penn State this year.
Yeah.
You have a cousin who was the director of player personnel or the coordinator of player
Yeah.
personnel, pardon me, for the Chicago Bears. And then, of course, you get an invite to Major League Spring Training. Go back in time a little bit. Think about when you were 10 years old. Would you have thought that would have been possible at that point?
There are dreams. When you're that young, you're just kind of just excited to be with your family and just run around. All my cousins, we all been dedicated and just hardworking, and we support each other, and we check in on each other, and we're close, and so just everybody was just kind of just bought into what they want to do and chasing their dreams, and it's a virtue to all their hard work and their discipline over the years. Because I mean, it's kind of neat when we look back on it. And we're kind of at this stage now of life. We're kind of older, like wow, look at us now. But we keep pushing each other and staying in touch. So it's awesome.
When you were playing in the backyard with Josh and Parker and Ashton and Taylor, at that point in time, was there any player that you looked up to, whether it's a Braves player or anyone at that point in time that was kind of the guy or gal that you tried to model yourself after?
When we play basketball, it's Kobe. I mean, Parker and Ashton and I, we're kind of obsessed with Kobe Bryant, and we you'll see Kobe quotes getting sent into the group message and everything like that. And so we love Kobe when we was playing basketball, but like football and baseball, we're just kind of out there just playing. But like basketball, is definitely Kobe.
But now you guys are the people that other people look up to, right? Those little 10-year-old kids can look up to Josh, look up to you, and look up to Parker, who are on the national stage. And I'm sure Ashton has a lot of girls who are 10 years old dreaming of working in the NFL just like her, right? It's people are seeing that and seeing that it could be possible because of what you guys are accomplishing.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
So, question number five, what's the importance of shining light on Black players in baseball like yourself? Like, what do you see on your aspect of how important initiatives like the Nine are?
I think it's really cool, especially the history of the game, and it's really cool because I mean the Negro Leagues. I mean my great grandfather played in Negro Leagues. I'm sure I have a lineage of family that all played in the Negro Leagues, and there's a lot of talent back then, and they couldn't come over to the MLB, and Jackie Robinson, he was the guy that broke the color barrier for us, and it's good. I mean, back in the day, there was more black players in it than it is today's game, but now we're seeing more black players coming back in draft and college baseball and stuff like that. So it's getting more popular. So it's good to see, and it's good to see that y'all shining the light on it and everything, and it's really good.
Right? Representation is so important because there are so many young athletes that can realistically choose whatever sport they want to play. But if they see people that have the same values as them, who look like them, etc., that helps make it a lot easier to say, I should chase baseball and make it a little bit more popular. In that vein, do you see yourself as a role model to younger players in the community at this point in your career?
I do. I honestly do. I try to talk to little kids and even like high school guys or college guys. I just tell them that I'm there for them. Do anything. I give them my number or they can reach out to me on Instagram, and then when they do something good, the guys that I've connected with, I send them encouragement message or just letting them know that I'm there for them, and my line is always open because growing up we didn't have that many people black players that were playing baseball. So it's just I kind of take the initiative that they can always look up to me. And then they don't have to be just black. I mean, it could be, other races too, like white players. I mean, it doesn't matter. My line is always open, and I just love to be an example and mentor the kids.
It's fantastic. And I remember even during 2021 when everything was closed up, if there was a kids camp or something like that, you were always one of the first people on that volunteer list.
Yeah.
It's great to
Yeah, I
know that
was.
that's still
Yeah, I
going
was.
on.
Yeah, I was. I love the kids, and I love to grow the game. Baseball been good to me, and then or you gotta teach the game, pass the game along. And so if anybody wants to learn, I'm always here open for it.
So now we can actually start looking back on your professional career, right? When you first started with the Fireflies, you had something like 50 games played as a professional, but what's been your favorite moment of your career now? You've got nearly 150 stolen bases, you've got a handful of home runs to remember. I think you hit like 3 of those in a week. But
Yeah, that was crazy.
there's a lot of things that you've accomplished. You've been on SC Top 10 2 times. I mean, you made the Royals highlight reel this last year. So what's been the greatest moment in your career so far?
I mean, championships is always uh it's gonna take the cake, but playing the Field of Dreams was really, really cool. Just not a lot of people get to experience that and play that type of game on national TV at this level of baseball. And so like right now, like Field of Dreams it's been probably the number one thing. But I always love winning the championships and being a part of championships team because those seasons are memorable and they're fun.
Did you get the chance to walk through the corn at that field?
I did. I got the chance to walk through the corner. It was cool.
That is awesome.
I mean, you had to take all the photos. It was cool to take it in. It was really cool.
Yeah, that's great. I know your cover photo on your MILB page right now is you in that corn. I just didn't know if that was before the game, during the game, or how they did that. I do remember watching it on MLB Network. That was such a fun game.
It was a fun game. I think that was before the game. That we were just walking through the corner, and I guess they snapped a few photos of us, and so that was. I mean, I still play it back over and over. It's cool to see it on TV and everything, but that was the closest thing you can get to a big league game, a big league, atmosphere and treatment, especially in A ball. So, and the only two teams get to experience that a year, so it was really cool.
No, that's fantastic. All right. Second last question. Baseball's a marathon, no doubt about it. But if there's one player that can embody a sprint, it's you with all the stolen bases, the record, and I mean, all the plays that you used. I can remember the one in Columbia where I'm looking over the field right now. You ran over and dove over the pitcher's mound in the bullpen in foul territory. It looked like
I
something maybe
remember
only
that.
Juan Carlos Negrete in right field could have grabbed, but you got it. What do you do to prepare your legs, prepare your body to stay healthy, and then how do you recover after some of those really difficult sprints and stuff? You hear Olympic sprinters talk about how they treat your body, but a lot of them don't have the grind of that full 150 game season that it ultimately ends up being after spring training and potentially playoffs are said and done.
It's all my trainers. We had Gavin Cross when I was in Columbia, Brad, and Danny. I mean, even from up top, all the trainers and the strength coaches and my strength coach here, Cal Tinsley and Jerry McCurdy, they do a good job of just preparing my body for a long, long season and make sure we're doing the right things to get my body in shape for it. And recovery wise, is a lot of Normatec, recovery boots. It's a lot of contrast, hot, cold. There's a lot of just heat pads and, just try to stay on top of it and just sleep as much as I can. And then I try to stay off my legs as much as possible because I got to run for a living.
Amen to
So
that.
no, it's definitely it's a team effort. I have to watch what I eat sometimes. I need to get a little bit better on that. But yeah, it's all strength coaches. My trainers, they do a really good job keeping me on the field playing every day. So it's a virtue to them.
That's great. And the last question for you, I'm gonna have you reach here a little bit, but say you could get into a room with yourself at age 10 and you could give yourself advice, what would be the one thing that you would harp on talking to yourself at age 10 on what's important to get to where you are today?
I would tell myself that you'll be surprised how far the game would take you and like the places that you will go, this game will take you. I'll just tell myself it's a process, it's a long journey, it's a marathon. Don't get caught up in the highs and the lows, but just continue to keep God first and keep praying and just keep working. Just continue to work that like you're never gonna play again. And just always have fun. Don't like be serious, but don't take it too serious. Like, but continue to have fun that you're still in the rec league playing with all your buddies and just enjoy every game and enjoy every moment because we only get to play this game for so long, and I've been blessed to play this game for almost 20 years now. So I would just tell him that, and I'll tell him that I'm proud of him. I'm just proud of the man he's became and the baseball player he's became, and one thing he's never changed. You know, he's still that little kid. That he's still that. That's what I would tell him.
I can't think of a better way to wrap it up. Have fun and keep playing like you're still in that rec league. Well, Tyler, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Once again, guys, that was Tyler Tolbert, the all-time stolen bases record leader for the Columbia Fireflies, and he was answering 9 questions as a part of the 9 initiative here to celebrate Black History Month in minor league baseball. To stay up to date on more Columbia Fireflies news and things coming up for the 2023 season, feel free to visit ColumbiaFireflies.com. I've been John Kosis. Thanks so much for joining us, guys.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.